Alright, so Valentine's Day is around the corner, guys, and it's that time of the year where your other half is asking you to be a bit more thoughtful about the presents that you give. It's not about the money, they say, it's just about the thoughts, the thought that counts. Do something sweet. If you're still scratching your head thinking, what can you do? Don't you worry, I think I got something for you in this video that you might find useful. You can do it yourself, or if you're up for it, have a go at supporting the channel and ordering one of these.
Flowers die, chocolates melt, but a 3D chibi of you two, that lasts forever. Just upload one photo, we'll do the rest. Toybox.ai makes a real chibi toy version of you, your friends, or your pet, and ships it to your doorstep. It's that easy. Perfect for birthdays, holidays, anniversaries, or just because.
Hey there guys, Tino here, welcome to the channel if you're new. In this video, I'm going to be showing you what is the best 3D model generator that I've seen out there. I'm using it to build out this quick proof of concept called Toybox. If you're interested in making little toys like this and printing them out, I'm going to show you guys how to do that without using the service that I'm making. So you can go to all the websites and manually do all the steps. But like I said, if you want to help out the channel, have a go at placing your order for one of these in time for Valentine's Day. Or if you have a special event and you want to give an interesting gift, I'll be doing a lot of 3D printed robot projects throughout this year, and anything you order on that service will go into directly funding all of the other projects that I end up doing on this channel throughout the year. Alright, so back in June 2024, I had this idea in my head which I could not get out until I tried to build it. Even though I'm a software developer now, I basically come from a 3D modeling background. And back in 2019, this was some of the stuff that I was doing, making really high quality, or trying to learn how to do high quality game assets. This stuff took a really long time to do, so I know how time consuming and complex creating 3D models can be. When I started seeing AI models make stuff to this quality, it really excited me, and my mind started coming up with all of these ideas. One idea that seemed really obvious at the time was this, basically being able to sort of take a photo of yourself, convert yourself into a toy and print it off. It seemed like collectively everyone sort of wants something like this, since there was a trend happening on LinkedIn, it's happening on Instagram. In 2025, June last year, the model generators weren't good enough to create something which you could genuinely pass off as a toy. But there was one exception to this, and that exception was this model here called Spark 3D. It was originally released by a Chinese university as a sort of showcase of what they can do. In my opinion, it simply blew everything else that was out there out of the water. The only issue was it wasn't easily available, so you couldn't go download it. It wasn't open source. You couldn't pay to access it. They didn't have any products that you could just go and use. And in my case, I couldn't add it into my application since there wasn't a API available. So that kind of put the project on hold until I was hoping at least a decent enough model would come out eventually. One did come out a couple of weeks ago. I think Microsoft released stylised 2, which was one of my motivations in getting back into this little mini project. But anyway, the main goal for this video is to basically recover the project that I was doing last year, and in that process I'll show you how you can generate your own models. If you want to make some unique toys or gifts that you can give to people, this process basically allows you to convert any memories that you might have captured on camera and convert them into little figurines, little ornaments that you can keep around the house. It's something different. But anyway, that's what we're getting up to today. Let's get started. Alright, so just to give you a little idea of what the final product should look like, I asked ChatGPT to make this quick render of a cute Valentine's gift box and one of the generated models. My goal in all this is to simplify the process of actually making this. So instead of having to go to maybe 4 or 5 different websites, interact with a couple of services to first upload and convert your image into a stylized character, turn that into a 3D model, send it off to a dedicated service that just prints models, get it packaged, shipped back to you. Maybe there's some steps I've missed in between. I'm just trying to make one quick website that does all of that and have it available in time for Valentine's. Alright, so this is the application that I made last year. I'm in the process of trying to recover it right now. So it is a bit broken, but most of the functionality is there. And if you go to toybox.com, you should be able to see it. You should be able to see it in its full glory. Some of it might not be working, but hopefully by the time you see this, everything is in good working order. Now, to generate the 3D models that you see here, it's actually quite simple, and doing it today in 2025, it's very clear what the best way to do it is. But when I was making the prototype, I basically had to rummage around on Hugging Face to find a few 3D model generation sort of projects, some that worked well, some that didn't, but today everything is very clear what the best way to do this is. So first of all, you need to upload an image so that you want to use as reference. So this is a quick thumbnail that I've uploaded. So you pick your style, you crop it to the area that you want, and then you can start generating little chibis based on this. This is what I got from this image, which is pretty cool. Now, if you want to do this without using the application that I'm making, the first step, you'll just basically have to go to ChatGPT. I guess after doing a lot of research and trying different services, right now OpenAI have the best style transfer image model out there. And to get something like this, I guess it comes as no surprise. You upload your image and you ask it to generate it in this exact style, which in this case is a 3D chibi toy. So nothing special there. And again, at the time I was making this application in 2024, it wasn't clear what the best model to do this was. And when OpenAI released this, it was still extremely expensive to use, but now things have gotten a bit cheaper and a lot faster. So that is step one, converting your real image into a concept art that you can use to generate the model. Now, for generating the model, I mentioned Spark 3D was the sort of real inspiration for this app. The makers of that model, they released an app that you can generate models on. It's called Height3D. So if you want to do this manually, you can go to height3d.com or .ai. This is not a sponsored video, I'm just saying it because hands down it's the best 3D model generator that I have used. So in this case, all you need to do is to take your concept art from ChatGPT and drag and drop it into this 3D model generator. While it does that, I'll show you what I find most exciting about this, which is that they've released an API, which if you want, you can build applications on top. So that's what I'm doing with Toybox. To get access to that API, you just go to this website, platform.height3d.ai, and you can have a look at the pricing. They have this free tier, which gives you 200 credits. It is the one that I'm using right now, so it gives you 7 days to basically use those 200 credits and see what you can do. Alright guys, if you're still watching, thank you for staying all the way up until the end. Let me know what you think of Height3D. Let me know what you think of the workflow. Let me know what you think about printing these little figurines. Peace.